Hello and welcome back to another episode of the White Sox March to October. And today, we've got a chance to sweep our opening series of the season. The undefeated record is intact. We're 2-0 right now, but we've got a 3-2 deficit that we got to overcome against the division rival Twins. We got Spencer Jones leading off. And Spencer Jones is going to get on. I mean, hanging curve, that type of swing, you kind of want to see some lift on it, but we'll take it. I think he's 3 for 3, actually. Which, speaking of what he's done today, I forgot. Oh, actually, they're taking their pitcher out. Hang on. Let's see who they bring in first. All right, who we got? We got to face Drew Smith, who had a 2.04 ERA last year. But let's see what we've got going on up to this point in the game. We have 8 hits on the board. 3 of them are Spencer Jones, and he's batting .545 through the first 3 games so far. Okay. We've got a couple triples on the board also. Shea Langoliers, Colin Houck, and then Jake Eater's the one on the mound, gone 6, giving up 3. That's a quality start if he's done there. But now let's see if we can get him this lead. Maybe make sure he doesn't get the loss. Ooh, and I just missed that. Oh, he threw 2 fastballs pretty much right there. The first one I was way behind because I haven't played yet today, so it caught me off guard. That one I was on, just didn't move the PCI. It's all good though, it's only 1 out. We've got the top of the order coming up. And I don't think I got enough of that with Fletcher. That's another one, man. Another fastball right down the pipe I don't get the PCI on. Oh, and then I'm missing a circle change. Come on, man. I thought we were going to have a good inning there. All right, well, what's the story with Eater then? How much energy does he have? Yeah, you know what? He's in the green. Let's leave him in. Oh, we can't find a way to put him away. He's fouling off pitches. Now he's taking him. We're into the yellow now. Oh, there we go. Okay. 93 in blown past him. I'm going to leave him in to face this dude. 9-hole hitting lefty. And we'll get a grounder. Jammed him a bit on that change up. All right, you know what? Now it's top of the order. This dude's got 83 contact versus lefties. Eater did his job. Now let's give the Twins a taste of their own medicine. We'll throw Yohan Duran out there. I would assume this is his team debut. We just signed him in the offseason. Kind of weird to think that, like, we're bringing him in the 7th inning because we've got somebody better to close it. He actually, though, I mean, if you were looking at the stats, he didn't have the greatest season last year. It's like a 4.56 ERA. So I'm hoping at least he's worth the money we paid him, but he's got to kind of turn it around from what he did last year. Let's just buzz him up in here. Let's just blow it past him. Don't even mess around. Yeah, sit down. All right, they got a new arm coming in, 0.57 ERA, but he only pitched in 15 2/3 last year. But I don't know, man. I was having trouble with Drew Smith, so anybody probably better to face. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to struggle. Well, you know what? I can't even say I struggle. Look at where that pitch was. It's a impossibly well-placed pitch. We need Langoliers to do it again. Oh, that should stay fair. Okay. I mean, he's not going to do it himself on one swing, but he's going to get himself in a scoring position. He had the triple earlier when it was simulating. Now he's got the double, and especially for a catcher, he's got some nice speed out there. Oh, we got him. Perfect swing from Ezekiel Duran. He's going upper deck. There's the lead. I was actually kind of feeling discouraged in that at bat. We went up 3-0. Then he threw a front door slider, a backdoor circle change. It's like, obviously you're not going to swing at those on a 3-0 and 3-1 count, but then all of a sudden it's 3-2, so we'll just do that. Dude, and I don't know what it was about that one, but something almost felt different about that perfect swing. That was like one of the more satisfying perfect swings I've had. Oh, I don't really know how I missed that. Of course, they had to bring in the lefty to face Montgomery after the homer. Houck, though? Nope, that's caught. But you know what? We did what we needed to do. 2 runs to take the lead. All we got to do is shut him down. And I mean, this team is built right now to have a late lead and hold on to that late lead with all the big arms we have in the bullpen. I don't feel the need to bring in any other of them for now with Duran out there. And it's kind of funny too, as good as the back end of the bullpen is, it should be even better if the game let me head who I want in the big leagues. We talked about that last episode though. I don't need to get into it again, but we should have like an 82, 83 overall Jose Leclerc out there and a 78 overall Sam Hentges out there that we're not allowed to have. But there we go. Duran's there. That's gonna be the first out. Ooh, okay, he actually got around on 102, but got way under it. Have we had, actually, now that I think about it, have we had anybody that has that outlier fastball in this March to October? From what I can remember, we've had some dudes run it up to the upper 90s, but I don't know if we've had anybody with the outlier that hits 102 like that. Now we have Duran. We also brought in Andres Munoz, who I know has that too. And there's another fly ball, so a good solid inning there. I'd prefer not as many fly balls, but if they're as weak as those were hit, it's all good. Dude, it's crazy. In both lefty-lefty at-bats from Tim Meza, it's been every single pitch is a slider. And it's a fast slider too, so it kind of catches you off guard. You can't really get around on it. That was a pretty decent swing attempt though too. Ruining Spencer Jones's perfect day though. All right, and he's putting Jordan Lawler on for free. 99 speed over there. He's not the best base stealer, but do I want to risk it? Because if I do risk it and I do get in, then Fletcher goes from like 56 contact to like 80 something clutch. Oh, and that's a brutal call. That would have been so much nicer if that was a 1-0 count. I am going to try and take off here. And we got a terrible jump. He didn't throw an off-speed pitch. We're absolutely host. Yeah, that's just how it goes. That was literally like the worst possible thing. I didn't want to take a lead because it's a lefty on the mound. He didn't throw an off-speed pitch. We got a terrible jump, and it was called a strike. And then I whiff on where that was placed. It should be hittable, but I've been missing that so many times against Tim Meza. I'm ready to get this game over with. We had like one good swing and the rest of it was a struggle. Let's get Garrett Crochet his first save of the season. Nice change up. There's out number one, punch out number one for Crochet on the year. You know, come to think of it, with Robert gone now, I think Garrett Crochet would be the longest tenured White Sox at this point, because I'm pretty sure the only players that we have from that original team at all are Dominic Fletcher, Garrett Crochet, and then the two relief pitchers that I don't want, Davy Garcia and Prelander Baroa, but none of them have been on the team as long as Crochet has, and he's picking up another one. Okay, I missed the spot there. We're lucky he didn't hit it better. And there's an opening series sweep. Oh man, and obviously, I kind of forgot we had to make a comeback there. But that's huge, because that's 5 fireballs. We only simmed 1 game after opening day, so we hardly had to use any of our momentum. We're going to be going into this next chunk of games with like full momentum and an undefeated record. Can we stay undefeated? Can we go 162-0? I feel like that'd be the next logical step after some of the seasons we've had. Come on, keep this going. At least keep... Okay, really? We had to lose the next game? We couldn't rattle off one of our 20-game win streaks to start a year? All right, well, our scouts are pretty good. We don't really have any budget to hire new ones anyway. I am still gonna do scouting this year, even though I still really only plan on finishing this season and then doing one more. But just in case I want to do some sort of long-term simulation after we're done in the March to October, I'm still gonna scout, I'm still gonna draft. Not gonna make it too much of a focus of the episode, so let's just get moving on here. All right, so continuing on, looks like we're just gonna get into a game against Detroit. Look at the momentum is still there. We gotta make another comeback though. This one's later. It's bottom 8, runner on second, down a run. But before we get into that, I actually wanted to do this last episode and I forgot. But with how deep we are into this March to October, I kind of want to give you guys a lay of the land here for what teams are good and what teams might not be. So we're gonna look through the standings real quick and look at the team rankings. And man, first thing we see here is the AL East is not a very strong division, or at least it's not supposed to be a very strong division anymore. Best team is the Yankees, ranked 15. Then in our division, obviously we're still ranked first. We probably slipped a little bit though, because no individual category is ranked first. I am shocked that pitching isn't ranked first. I'm scared to see what team would have better pitching than us. Cleveland's ranked 8th, so that's probably the best competition we've seen in division for a while. Then you've got the Twins at 25, Royals 17, Tigers 29. So yeah, the only team we really might have to worry about is Cleveland. Over in the West, the Angels are hanging around right in the middle. I actually thought they were better. Mariners are whatever. The Astros, though, are going to be a problem. I'm actually surprised they're not ranked higher with all the moves they made in the offseason. They have a almost 7 ERA, though, to start the year. And then the Rangers are also pretty good. They're the #1 power team, too, actually. I might have to check into that. Over to the NL, the Mets solid at 10, Phillies 14. Braves are still up there, ranked 5. So you'd think they should be the ones we see coming out of this division. In the Central, though, this was the division that really is looking different. And you can see it right here with the current division leaders. The Reds are the #2 ranked team in MLB. And we will look at them real quick in a second. But also the Brewers still ranked 12, and they have #1 speed and #1 defense. The Pirates are ranked 4th overall. I remember they were making some moves. #1 team in contact. And then you've got the Cardinals and Cubs pulling up the rear. But these 3 teams at the top, especially the Reds and Pirates, that's going to be a battle. And then the NL West, the Giants still ranked 7, even though they had a bad season last year, but they had the talent. Dodgers still ranked 3rd because they're always going to be good. And I guess they're the team that has the better pitching than us. So I might have to check into that. Padres still solid. D-backs solid. And then the Rockies are the worst team in baseball. So they are, they're going to rack up the losses this year with this division. So who was it I wanted to look at? The Rangers had the #1 power in the MLB. And yeah, I guess they do have some dudes with power. Joey Gallo's back. I don't know, though. I feel like at a glance, their power doesn't look crazy. But I guess for us, losing Luis Robert, and we do have a lot more, I feel like, contact-focused guys, makes sense that they have better power than we do. The Pirates, though, were the #1 team in contact, and they're the 4th-ranked team overall. And yeah, they've got some good hitters, man. An entire starting lineup over an 80 overall, besides their first baseman, who still hits, or should hit, like crazy. And then they've got 2 more 80 overalls on the bench. And I mean, we're not on the pitching screen here, but you got to assume this is their rotation, and that is a very good looking rotation too. The Reds also, as the #2 ranked team, we had to look at because they had their big signing of Adley in the offseason. Already have Ellie, who's up to a 96. The rest of their team, I mean, like the Pirates, all but one guy over an 80 overall, but he actually mashes righties, so that's probably why he's starting. So yeah, dude, at a glance, these Reds are a very scary looking team. I don't know, I feel like looking at a team like this, we might be hanging on by a thread to that #1 rank, because this rivals us. I do want to see their pitching. They've got 3 88 and above, 1 at an 89. Really, Chris Paddock gets up to an 89 overall. But yeah, pretty good 3-headed monster at the top of the rotation. Couple more solid starters. The bullpen is not looking great, although they do have Felix Bautista. So that's probably where we maintain our edge, is our bullpen being miles better than their bullpen is. But offensively, they might be better than us. Who knows? And then I did want to look at the Dodgers pitching, because apparently it's better than we are. And I guess if you're talking pure overall, maybe these starters are good enough to make that case, because Shohei's a 98, Bobby Miller's up to a 92, and Glasnow's an 89. I think our best pitcher is Gallen, who's down to an 89 these days. Our bullpen still blows theirs out of the water. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like just looking there in terms of the talent we have, we might not be as clearly above everybody else like we've been, I feel like, the last couple seasons, but we still hold on to that #1 rank, and we're still defending our title, so we're still the team to beat. And let's make sure we don't get beat by the Tigers. All right, Lawler leading up. I think it said a lefty was out there, so that's a good matchup. Let's see what we have so far to this point, though. They have 2 homers from Torkelson and then Akil Baddoo. We've got 10 hits on the board. Spencer Jones was pinch hit for. Fletcher went deep, and, well, Mejia also stole a base after he... Why is Mejia stealing bases? But it was also another Jake Eater start. This one he got hit around even more. But then Brandon Woodruff with 3 scoreless in relief. That's a good outing. All right, well, even though Mejia got himself on and then apparently stole second, I think it's a smart choice to bring in a pinch runner. Lazaro would have to play center next inning anyway, so let's get the speed out there. Let's try and score. I didn't want to swing. I flinched, I twitched, tried to check swing on a pitch I wasn't ready for, and it just, you don't need to see that. Woodruff is rolling. He's still got plenty of energy left. Should I just leave him? I'm just going to leave him in. It's the bottom of the order. He will not have a long leash at all, though, if he gives anything up. He's coming out in a spot like this, but if he can get me through another inning, then sure. Okay, we got weak contact on a 12-6. And another grounder. Woodruff gets us through the 9th. Now we got to walk it off. They're going to lefty Tyler Holton, who I assume is their closer at this point. We've got Fletcher, but we don't have Fletcher because you know who we have on the bench? Nick Senzel. Come on, Senzel. This is the spot that you were made for. All right, draw the walk. Didn't really want to pitch to him, even though it was a 3-2 count. They went 3-0 through 2 borderline pitches. But we got our guy on, and we have the winning run, the walk-off run coming up to the plate. We also cannot ground into 2 because we need to bring Vlad up with the chance to win it. Yeah, I had to make sure I didn't get on top of that. Oh, and there we go. Austin Hayes. He's the one in this one to do it. Everybody can do it, man. Every single player we have on this team has the capability of being the one that comes up big. That was 472 also. He only has like 60 power. Here I'm saying we got to play it safe so we can make sure Vlad comes up with the chance to win it. Hayes was like, no, I'm just going to do it myself. This team is just so fun to play with, man. It's so easy to play with this team. That should be another huge amount of momentum and extra for a walk-off. We don't have that much momentum of the meter left to fill. I mean, really, it's only going to be like 1 or 2 of those fireballs that are actually going to... Oh, wait, no, the meter is a little smaller now. Okay, wasn't it bigger when we were going into that? I guess it doesn't matter because it's full anyway. Now we got San Diego at home. Are we gonna go ahead and sweep them? We are. Casey on the road. Looks like we're gonna have to play this one, and it's gonna be a player lock. Colin Houck actually off to an uncharacteristically slow start, 195 batting average, because he's been a really solid hitter throughout, and then he had his first full season last year and played really well. Still only 23 B potential. I have no idea though if that B potential, maybe he's already gotten there being an 84 overall, and who knows, maybe if we get a good enough performance boost, he plays well enough that the potential goes up. So let's do it, man. Let's get this player lock done on the road. We got to face Tristan McKenzie. What is kind of nice though, you wouldn't really think playing at Kauffman is like the best place to want to hit, but for a guy like Colin Houck who's got higher contact but his power isn't so great, this might be a really good stadium for him because he can just like hit the gaps. Got a big outfield to patrol out there, so he might have a better chance of dropping one in. He does bat near the bottom of the order though, so it might give us 1 less at bat when it's all said and done. Ooh, our guy's taken off. Did he just get hosed? No, he's in. Who is that out there? Is that Lazaro? It is. Actually, that's worse for us because Houck's clutch is worse than his contact, so the game just screwed me over. And I must have been early on that because there's no way that he only throws 91 for real.
On the ground right side. Gloves it on the dive. To his knee, the throw. Nicely.
Well, that was cool. I don't think I've ever had one of those in a player lock in this whole March to October. We're already in the 5th inning though, and we're down 2-0. We got to do something here. Got it. Oh my god, I'm early still? I'm on that one, but I'm on top of that one. I swear, man, this game gets like automatically more difficult when you're player locked. All of a sudden, it's actually difficult to hit. And now we're in a spot where it's the clutch active again. If he can hang one of those 12-6s though, that might be good. Nope, he didn't, and I didn't get good wood on it, and I don't think the game's going to be kind enough to let it get into the seats. That is brutal. All right, we get one more chance because our offense has brought it back tied. 4 runs in the 9th so far. That's a crazy comeback. And we have nobody out yet. Hang on. We were down 4-0, but we just decided to put up 4 in the top of the 9th without getting an out. Montgomery went deep. It was a grand slam. We got 3 on. Montgomery hits a game-tying grand slam, and now it's up to me. And me is going to continue things. Houck with the perfect swing to the gap. Exactly what I was talking about. Do I go 3? I'm going to push this. I'm going 3. I think we can get in there, and that is exactly what I was talking about. Houck can hit one in those gaps. He's got enough speed with this big outfield to stretch it to 3, and now we're a sac fly away from taking the lead. I really hope that the performance evaluator or whatever takes the context into account. Sure, we're only 1 for 4, but to hit a triple in that spot, I feel like that's got to be big enough to at least get us a plus. Oh, and Spencer Jones, you cannot go down looking in a spot like this.
4-4 in the ninth.
Lawler, he popped it up. Seriously? We put ourselves on third base with nobody out and we get a strike 3 looking and a pop-up. And now Senzel's hitting and it's a righty up. Okay. And yeah, he's not going to do anything with that. Well, that sucked. And yeah, we lost. I kind of had a feeling. If we didn't score me, they had 3, 4, 5 due up. They didn't even get... I really wonder if we were driven in, how the game could justify saying a little impact offensively. I really think that's what it came down to. If we were driven in as the go-ahead run in the 9th inning, there'd be no way the game could have said a little impact offensively. And the frustrating thing is I had nothing to do with that. Player locks, man. Why do they always got to be so frustrating, one way or another? Wait, and I think I saw as we were loading out of that game that Brandon Woodruff got the loss. Why is he in that spot? When I looked at the box scores, he'd already pitched like 2 1/3. Oh, the CPU, man. Why is the CPU so stupid in this game? How do you leave a long reliever who's been in the game for over 2 innings? How do you leave him in a tie game in the 9th? With 3, 4, 5 due up in the opposing team's order. All right, we'll move on here. We do win the series against KC. Play the full series against the Red Sox. That was 4 straight wins with no momentum. Now we got to win to keep the streak alive. And I think that'll be a good way to start next episode. But man, this is one of the more brutal comebacks I've seen. But no, we will save that for next episode. We'll see if I can pull that one off. For now, though, make sure you've left a like if you enjoyed. Leave some thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me, guys. I'm right there. I'm closing in on that 1,000,000 subscribers. But for now, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me again, and I will see you next time.